And we're back. Okay, just some girls talk, Emilio. Yeah. Okay? I mean, what? He turned to look at me. He had surprise written all over his face. I guess I couldn't blame him. We didn't exactly get off on the best foot. You did? Is that bad? He blinked a couple of times. His mouth flapped open and closed like a fish gasping for air. Then he regained his confidence. I mean, of course you'd pick me. I'm the cat's meow. I looked at Vivi, who shot me a sorry smile. Right. You'd better work hard to keep up with me. I don't want to deal with idiots with nothing going on upstairs. I'll do my best. Grinning like a little kid, he snapped his fingers and then a small flame appeared in the palm of his hand. How's that? Pretty nifty, huh? I guess? What do you mean, I guess? I could do the same thing with a match. Is that all magic is? Emilio rolled his eyes. This is why I hate palookas? That sounds racist, my dude. A social outsider, loser, also used mostly by Emilio to refer to non-magicians or those who aren't very well versed in the world of magic. We were all palookas once, Emmy. Dry up. I ain't got any interest in teaching someone who doesn't want to learn. Emilio! Before anyone could get another word in edgewise, though, he stomped off. He even kicked the wall as he left. I started thinking I'd made a mistake picking him after all. Was it something I said? He's a little rough around the edges, that's all, but he's a good kid. Give him time and he'll come around. Tempting as it was, I couldn't just go changing mentors. I'd made my decision and I was going to have to stick with it. Here's hoping. Alright, so we have until when? Okay, so I started learning magic from Emilio. After a couple of days, I got used to the job and to him. See, my first instinct's to talk back, but sometimes it's better just to let him win. Butter him up some, and he's pretty easy to deal with. Of course, I can't do that all the time, which brings me back to the present. I do not speak Chinese, I'm very sorry. What the hell you think you're doing? You trying to burn the whole place down? Can I, like, get into the history and, like... No, I can't. It was an accident. Pay more attention, will you? Go get a broom and clean this up. I nod and do what he says. Just bite your tongue, Valkii. But the whole time I'm cleaning, he just keeps complaining. I keep telling you to focus. Does nothing stick in that head of yours? Focus. When you're handling fire, you gotta think about the intensity and the balance. All this time, he's only been teaching me fire magic. I don't know if it's just his teaching or what, but I reckon it ain't my specialty. It just doesn't come naturally to me. I thought he was supposed to be teaching me all types. What a hack. And another thing. Look, I think I'd learn a whole lot better if you quit squawking at me all the time. What? You're always yelling at me and all we've been doing the last week's fire magic. Is this how Giovanni mentored you? Why, you think you got the right to talk to me like that? You're just a palooka, a newbie. Get a load of this pill. Oh god. What do I put? I need to save, apparently. Alright. I still deserve basic respect. I am a palooka, it's true. I'm new to all this. He gives me a real smug grin, but I ain't finished yet. But even so, I still deserve basic respect. Me being new to magic doesn't mean you can yell at me all the time. How'd you feel if Giovanni treated you like this when you were still learning? Respect's something you earn, not everyone gets it. I stare him down as hard as I can. Actually, everyone deserves basic respect, you dickhead. But Emilio finally just turns away. Forget it, I've had enough of you. I'm not going to be your mentor anymore. If you like Gio so much, get him to teach you. Wait. Oh, he's such a little fucking kid. I'm glad I chose him first. He's such a dickhead. But he just runs off after saying his piece. What am I going to do now? Ooh, yikes. After that, I kept trying to talk to Emilio and get him to change his mind, but nothing worked. Vivi tried to talk to him for me too, but he just told her to dry up like always. Same old Emilio. I decided to let him be for a while so he could cool off. It's been a few days, and today everyone's sitting around the speakeasy in the afternoon. You think this prick would take it a bit seriously, considering my memory is on the line here? Guess not. It's been a few days and everyone's sitting around the room, blah blah blah. Emilio's still ignoring me though. Valkyie's completely taken my place as the bartender. You're doing great, doll. Thanks. But business is still too slow. As I said before, it was naive to think that things would instantly improve upon hiring a new bartender. We have got to advertise, reach out to new customers. Our moonshine's the best around. If only more people would come, that'd win them over. How do you know our booze is the best? What other joints got magicians working on the brew? Alexi does great work. You won't win any favors flattering me, you know. Aw, don't give me the icy mitt like that. What, like the cold shoulder? Rejection. To give or throw someone the icy mitts is to reject them. Do not try this at home, kids. So, like, cold shoulder. It's a swell idea and all wanting to advertise, but how? And what are we advertising? A lot of restaurants are serving booze nowadays. Maybe we could start selling food? We don't have the manpower or budget for that. Everyone sighs. This is the catch about this job I was worried about. Well, aside from the whole, if I don't pass this exam, I'll lose my memory bit. I landed a decent paying job alright, but it turns out the place might go out of business if we don't do something quick. Figures. When I look around at everyone though, I get an idea. How about we play up the music stuff? What do you mean? The way I see it, Giovanni and Vivi are pretty nifty musicians, right? So what if you focus on that, draw in the crowd by saying we've got real hop in music? That may work. The only thing people in this country like better than alcohol is jazz. Hell yeah, brother. Copacetic! We could spread rumors that the Blind Griffin's jazz is the cat's meow. And once they're here, the booze will have them hooked. Now you're talking. Everyone gets excited talking about their plans. Marie, Alexi, and Emilio leave to spread those rumors around town. Giovanni and Vivi start rehearsing to get up to snuff. Me, I get back behind the counter and practice making drinks some more. Practice makes perfect, right? A couple hours later though, I'm pretty tired of it. Even though Emilio only taught me about fire, stuff like focus and technique should work for every element. I place a glass down on the counter and fill it halfway with booze. Then I focus real hard. I think about the alcohol swishing and swirling around. Think of a picture inside your head. Imagine what you want to happen. The shapes, the movements, whatever. That's what he said. I picture a loop in my head, an endless loop of alcohol in the glass. Just like that, the alcohol starts moving inside the glass. I watch it churn and swirl around. When I think about it changing directions, it does. When I think about it stopping, it does. Well done, Valkii. Moving things around is the basic foundation of magic, you know. Oh, welcome back. How'd it go? Time will tell, I suppose. We don't need a full house, just enough people to turn a profit. You low on sugar? Marie shakes her head. It's not that, but I signed a contract with my father when he let me have this place. I can only keep it if it makes a profit. Sounds complicated. Family usually is. You understand, don't you? Do I ever? Marie just watches me work for a little while. So, why don't you think you're the teacher type? That's what you told me before I picked Emilio as my mentor. But I think you're plenty cut out for it. You're real nurturing and stuff. She laughs slightly. It's not my racket. You think it's Emilio's racket? He hasn't talked to me in 3 days. Give me a sidecar, Valkii. I feel like she's dodging the issue, but what can I do? If she doesn't want to talk about this, I can't make her. I shake up some cognac, Cointreau, and lemon juice for Marie. I don't know alcohol. I'm very sorry. I stopped drinking my early 20s. After it's mixed up good, I slide a glass over to her. A sidecar for the lady. She sips it like it's tea. Copacetic. You've really gotten the hang of this, Valkii. I had a good teacher. Wish I could say the same for my magic. Listen, I can't argue that Emilio's a little difficult. A little? He doesn't trust easily. He especially doesn't really like shake-ups in the status quo. What's a status quo? What I mean is, he doesn't like change much. You being here, well, that's a big change. But hang in there, he'll come around. Everyone keeps telling me that. Just give him time, he'll come around, just wait. But it's hard being patient when my life's on the line. You want to give up on him? I think on this for a spell. Well, no, I don't like giving in. Makes me feel like I lost. I just don't know how to deal with him. Just keep trying to talk to him, be nice. It might not seem like it, but he's about to crack, honest. Can't help sighing. If you say so. He's probably on a street corner nearby. Why don't you try looking for him? Okay. I nod, and after cleaning up the counter, I go upstairs and out. After looking all around though, I can't find hide or hair of him. Where'd he go? Guess I'll have to talk to him later. I decide to go back to the Blind Griffin for the day. And he just didn't appear again. Oh no, there he is. Well, at least he's here, but he's got a look on his face like he had some real sour grapes. I look over at Marie, who just smiles. She makes this rolling gesture with her hands. Is that supposed to mean go on? I sigh. Looks like I'm going to have to be the grown-up here. Emilio. What is it? I'm sorry I was disrespectful before. You've been doing magic longer than me and I should listen. I'm giving it my best shot here. Come on, Emilio. I'm sorry, alright? But it looks like he ain't even listening. I keep staring at him, waiting. After a long while, he sighs. I'm sorry too. What? I said I'm sorry too. I just stare at him some more. That was sure a surprise. I've never mentored anybody before and I can't help my hot temper. Actually, you can. That's so shitty. That's so shitty. I don't like him at all. But still, I was being mean. When I think about it, if you don't pass your test, that makes me look pretty bad too. Well, I can be pretty stubborn myself. But as your teacher, I should know better. Just because you're my mentor doesn't mean you're the better person. Are you apologizing or trying to pick another fight? Sorry. Alright, truce. He holds out his hand to me. Truce? We're making up. Let's shake on it. Oh. We shake hands and then both of us smile. So are you gonna teach me something other than fire magic? You don't miss a beat, do you? He scratches his head for a bit. Oh, I remember reading about this test you can do. Test? Yeah, it helps people figure out their specialty. Wait right here. Before I can say anything, he runs off to one of the shelves nearby. He rummages through some things for a while, and then comes back with a jar. I shoot him a look. You'll thank me in a minute. Here, take it. I take the jar and look into it, empty. What am I supposed to do with this? Just focus on the inside of the jar. Concentrate all your energy there. What am I supposed to imagine? Whatever you want. Whatever pops into your head first. I feel pretty stupid, but I do as he says anyhow. Imagine whatever I want, huh? I shut my eyes. Can't see when I do that. I think about warmth, about light. We never had much light back home. Mum and Dad didn't want the lights on after dark. Waste of electricity, they said. I used to stare at the street lights outside. They came on one by one just as the sun started to go down. I open my eyes. The inside of the jar starts flashing. It's dim at first, but then lights up just like the street lights I remember. Wow, it's so pretty. I stare at the inside of the jar for a while until I hear Emilio cough really loud. It looks like light magic, sure thing. Why is he all red? Light magic, huh? What do I do with that? Emilio shrugs. Up to you. Lots of things you can do. Just depends on what you're interested in. My specialty is fire, but light and fire are pretty close. I can help you out. Oh, that's only if you actually want to go with light magic. I nod, remembering. I guess I've always liked light, staring at it, reaching out for it. I bet that sounds weird. I expect him to make fun of me, but he doesn't. Nah, I actually get it. I don't know why, but I always really liked fire too. I knew my specialty right away. So you're sticking with light, for sure? Yep. Well, let's get started then. He cracks his knuckles and we get to work on practicing light magic. I'm glad Marie convinced me to talk to him. I hope we can be friends. Well, before that I have to pass this magic exam, huh? It's a quiet day in the research room. Sometimes it's nice being in here instead of the lab. Books don't blow up as much as beakers. I don't know where the older trio went off to, but me, Vivi, and Emilio are all in here. Emmy, which sounds better? This? She sings a few bars of music. Or this? She sings another few bars of music. I can't tell the difference, but Emilio has a serious look on his face, so maybe he can. I think the second one? Wait, what are you trying to do? I want a melody that jogs people's memories. I want them to hear it and think back on the good times, you know? Sounds complicated. Maybe it has to be longer? Sing it again and I'll think about it. Those two sure get along well. How long have you two known each other anyhow? Huh? I heard Giovanni mentored you a couple of years ago, but how long's everyone been here? Well, let's see. Marie's almost 30, I think. Oh, don't tell her I told you that, but she's been running this place almost 10 years. Gio's been here with her since then. As for Alexei, I mean, do you know more about him? I wasn't around back then. See, I only came here from New York 2 years ago. I was 18 then. So she's 20 now. I had her pegged for even younger. About Alex? Yeah, he's been here around 5 years, I reckon. He came stateside when he was 19, he said. After the Saad and his family got killed? I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. Was he already here when you got here? Nah, I was here first. Been here 8 whole years. I started learning magic from Geo when I was 11. So 19 and 20, yeah? No wonder you two get along being so close in age. How old are you, Valkii? We never asked. There's no way you're a day over 16. You could say you're 14 and I believe you. I can't help frowning. Do I really look that much like a kid? I turned 22 a couple months ago. See? Just like I thought. Wait, what? You're really 22? Tell it to Sweeney. What? I have no idea what that could mean. An exclamation of doubt and surprise comparable to, there's no way that's true, or I'm calling BS. No idea who Sweeney is. Well, Sweeney Todd. Kitten? There's a cat somewhere. I heard her. Oh, there she is. Oh, she's fighting with a moth. Hello, please get out from under my chair. Please get out from under my chair. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I had to move. And I didn't want to hurt her, so I had to be very careful. I get that a lot. Chinese folks age slow, I guess. There ain't no way you're 22. If it's true, then tell me something that happened in 1910. I was only 6? Great excuse that is. Damn, I hate losing arguments with this guy. I think hard. Oh, there was a huge fire in the forests. Went as far as Washington and Montana. Gosh, you weren't there, were you? Nah, but my family was in Oregon back then. I think my parents were worried about the fire spreading to our state. Everyone was on edge and kept talking about it. You could have looked that up or read about it later, but you're the one who asked a dumb fucking question then, aren't you? Do I really look like someone who reads the paper? Vivi laughs. It's true, you look more like someone who'd be selling papers. 22? You don't look 22. Just give up, Emmy. What's the big deal? Nothing, just... nothing, it's nothing. Didn't expect me to be older, do you? Oh, I get it. All this time you've been ranting and raving about respect and Valkii being just a palooka, but now it turns out she's been older than you all along. It doesn't really bother me, but I can't give up a chance to poke Emilio some. In my culture, people are supposed to be respected by, to respect their elders, you know. And she's 3 whole years older than you. Tch. You should be showing me more respect. You're still the baby around here. Ah, shut up. Emilio suddenly stands up and stomps over to the bookshelf. He grabs some books off of it and slams them on the desk in front of me. If you're so great, why'd you need me teaching you then, huh? 'Cause memorize all of these before you mouth off to me, Bearcat. I can't read. And then he storms off. Talk about dramatic. You know he doesn't mean that. By tomorrow he'll forget all about these books, but still, it might be good to look at them. Want me to help? I actually can't read. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. It's not your fault. You didn't know. Nobody in my family really went to school. I had a few Sunday school lessons and all, but not much of it stuck. Gosh. Anyhow, he'll cool off quick. I'm sure he'll be back later. I keep practicing my magic while Emilio's gone. But unlike what Vivi said, he hasn't come back yet. He doesn't come back till pretty late. Let me just bring this up. Okay. Where have you been? Out. What are you, my mother? Dry up, Bearcat. I suppose I should be happy he didn't mention the books again. Oh, it's Christmas. Tomorrow. Is everything ready for tonight? I'm sorry, I don't know where this kitten is again. On the floor behind me again. I think so. The Blind Griffin's expecting a big crowd for Christmas Eve. A lot of people are supposed to be coming tonight. It would seem that our methods for attracting new customers have worked. Getting people to come isn't the problem. It's getting them to come back and often, right? You have a point there. I'm sure it'll be fine. We've all got to think positive. Thinking positive will not take you out of the red financially, Marie. Hey, paying off the cops isn't cheap, you know. It's not my fault. If you do not mind me asking, how many new dresses have you bought this month, Marie? Marie makes us sound like a fish that's just been pulled out of water. Anyhow, I've been practicing my light magic load, so maybe I can help out with more than just bartending tonight. Giovanni comes up to the bar while I'm polishing glasses. You sure you don't need my help tonight, doll? There's gonna be a lot of people. I shake my head. You've got a lot to do, Mr. Master Violinist. Me and Emilio will manage somehow. Haha, if you say so. I'll leave it to you then. A few hours later, the crowd starts coming in. I leave 2 spots at the bar open. Huh? Why isn't anyone sitting here? I'm pretty sure Mr. Yamada and Mrs. Grierson will be here tonight. Oh yeah, I guess they come almost every night, huh? Well, if they're not here by 9, you'd better let other people sit there. Or else the scary one's gonna have words for you. Does Alexi know you call him that? Who said anything about Alex? You said his name, not me, so that means you think he's scary too. That makes you my accomplice, so better help me keep that nickname a secret, Bearcat. I shake my head and sigh, but Emilio just laughs and walks off. Sure enough, Mr. Yamada comes in and sits down before the hour's up. Oh, look at that dog. Cat? Sorry, I don't... How do you get rid of the... I hate it when they don't tell you how to get rid of the thingy. There's so many people here tonight. Is there some kind of party going on, Valkii? Nah, we just started advertising more. Business sure picked up after you started working here. It's got nothing to do with that, trust me. What's got nothing to do with you, dear? Oh, Mrs. Grierson, good evening. She sits down next to Mr. Yamada and his dog. Okay, there's a dog. Arrow. The 2, well, 3 of them are the Blind Griffin's only regulars. I don't know how they wandered into a place like this. They ain't magicians or anything, but Marie told me they've been coming here for years. Anyhow, they're the only company I get most nights, so I try to be extra nice to them. We were just talking about how busy the place is tonight, old bat. Oh, what an interesting conversation topic, old hound. You two sure get along well. You've even got special nicknames. Ha ha ha, I'm glad to still have a sharp sparring partner in my old age. She pets Arrow's head and fishes a dog treat out of her pocket to give him. Arf arf. Don't spoil my dog, he won't eat dinner if you feed him now. You're being much too dramatic, old hound. What'll you two have tonight? Whiskey! Sherry and gin, please, Valkii. Coming right up. After I take care of Mr. Yamada and Mrs. Grierson, I work on mixing drinks for the other customers. Giovanni and Vivi are up on stage, getting warmed up. I couldn't hear that they'd be... Oh, I didn't hear that they'd be having a... Don't want to say that. A certain singer. I don't want to say that. It's mean. I look up from the counter. Is it even legal for her to perform? We're sitting in a speakeasy, you know. Aha, you got a point. But what if she starts singing some weird voodoo stuff? Oh my god, racists. Typical. I guess a bar like Blind Griffin's is bound to be strange to folks. I've got a weird look or two for being Chinese. And looking like a kid. But Vivi will be fine, I know it. She and Giovanni finally get up on stage. Now, I know a lot of you folks have heard about our amazing songstress Vivienne and the master musician Giovanni, but I suppose that isn't much of a jazz band, so we've brought in some volunteers too. She gestures to her left, and there's Alexi playing on a little piano squished next to the stage. Huh, I didn't know he could play. He doesn't look too happy about it though. Without further ado, here's Vivienne singing Oh My Love For You. Giovanni starts with a slow violin solo that turns into a peppy fiddle tune. Then, when Vivi starts singing, everyone else stops talking. She's a regular songbird. She has a nice outfit on right now. What does it matter, really, if she's that? It's all the same once their voice gets on record. True enough, true enough. Her magic doesn't hurt either. By the end of the night, I bet half the room will be in love with her. After 2 songs, everyone's got their eyes on the stage. Now that nobody's looking at what I'm doing, maybe I can help. I raise my hands up and focus on the light in the room. I think about it glowing, sparkling. The lights flicker and the whole room starts to glow with a beautiful light. It makes Vivi dazzle even more and she sings her heart out. Wow, how are they doing that? Must be some special kind of light bulbs, just a little bit more. But then, all of a sudden, I hear people screaming. What's happened? I can't see. Huh? What are they talking about? Giovanni leaps off the stage. Everyone calm down, it's just a little power outage. Emilio, why don't you go and check on the breaker? He leans over and whispers something to Emilio, who nods. You got it, Gio. Emilio runs behind the counter and stays there, glowering at me. What are they going on about? I can see just fine. Everyone just stay calm and close your eyes. It'll be brighter once the lights come back on. I guess the lights used up too much electricity. Emilio walks over to me. What have you done, you big dummy? What? You blinded everyone. I did. What? But I can see just fine, and you can see, right? We've got magic. Those palookas don't. You took the light out of their eyes. Suddenly, everything makes sense. What have I done? Come on, just focus here. Focus. Think about the lights going back to normal. I nod and try to imagine the lights going back to normal. No more glowing or sparkling. Okay, now open your eyes, everyone. Sighs of relief are heard all around. Emilio and Marie go to help take care of the customers. The night goes on without a hitch after that. But I can't help feeling disappointed in myself for screwing that up. It's Christmas morning and here I am cleaning the whole building as punishment. Not that I can complain. Marie wanted to let me off with a warning, but that just didn't sit right with me. I really thought I'd gotten better with my magic. I can't believe I actually blinded people. Maybe I made a mistake when I chose light magic? No, this was a bad experience, but I still like the light. Are you sure this is what you want to do, Valkii? I nod. I won't feel right till I can make up for what I did. Everyone makes mistakes starting out, you know. You shouldn't punish yourself so much for it. It's just give and take. Really, if nothing else, then I'll feel better if you let me do this. Alright, I won't argue with you if you're set on it. Just speak up if you need help, alright? You got it. Marie leaves the lab and I get to work. The dust gets to me as soon as I go into the storage room. You know, I'm glad I volunteered to clean. Mistake or no, this place is a mess. I wonder if they'd have ever cleaned it if I hadn't offered. This is strange. Is it just me, or are there a lot of extra barrels in here today? Did they get in a new shipment of booze while I wasn't looking? Then again, they don't usually report stuff like that to me anyhow. I ignore the barrels and mop around them. That should do it. I clap the dust off my hands and turn to leave, but then... Ow! Watch yourself, Bearcat. Sorry, I didn't see you there. You're not saying that you didn't see me because of my height, are you? You said it, not me. What are you doing in here anyway? Cleaning, mopping. This place looks like nobody's touched it in years. Probably nobody has. Hey, you didn't get the barrels wet, did you? Nah, I mopped around him. Why? He shrugs. Just don't want any mold and stuff. Why the sudden mood to clean anyway? I was ashamed of what happened last night. Marie and Giovanni both said it's alright to make mistakes, but I don't know, it didn't sit well with me, so I offered to do something, anything to make up for it, and now here I am. Wow. Do you think I'm being stupid too? Nah, that's the berries actually. Not a lot of people have the guts to take responsibility for themselves. Oh, what, like when you yelled at us because you're hot-headed and then you said you can't help being hot-headed? Is that you taking responsibility for your anger issues, mister? Don't think so. I wasn't expecting him to compliment me. I tilt my head in surprise. Owning up to your mistakes is normal, isn't it? That's not what I meant. See, people always want to take the easy way out. Take me, for instance. My family runs a restaurant, and there's another family across the street with another restaurant. Direct competition, you follow? I nod. I don't know what this has to do with me, but Emilio hates small talk, so I'm sure that has a point. And then being Irish and all, it means we're always fighting to see who gets to be the last rung on the ladder. I know all about that. Life ain't easy when you're different. But I was always pretty small compared to the guys from the other family. They beat the stuffing out of me every day when I was growing up. What about now? Well, I ain't home so much now, especially not since I had to start mentoring this one bearcat. Anyhow, I always hated those palookas for treating me like that. Sometimes I thought about just dropping a boulder on them or something, but I never could. I've always taken the easy way out. If they knew what I was really capable of, they'd never treat me that way. I wish I weren't so soft-hearted. Non-mages are worth less than the gunk on my shoes. Dude! Not cool. Wish they'd all just burn. That's harsh. He's being stupid. I need to save her. I remember it saying I needed to save her. He's being stupid. I get why he hates them, but everyone's got it rough. Don't you think they've got their own problems too? You think it's alright for them to be bullies? I'm not the only one they've roughed up. No, but saying non-mages are worthless is pretty harsh, don't you think? Don't you have any friends who can't use magic? Well, yeah, I suppose. Nobody else in my family's a magician. But you still hate everyone who can't use magic? Look, I just won't accept being on the bottom rung forever. That's all I'm trying to say. Mark my words, Bearcat. One of these days, I'm coming out on top. He walks away before I can say anything else. His words worry me, but there ain't much I can do. I can't tell him what to think or how to feel. A couple hours later, I'm finally done cleaning, but the Blind Griffin's about to open. I didn't get to take my usual nap. Hope I can stay awake while I'm on the job tonight. I stumble into the bar, but it's not as busy looking as it usually is around this time. Good evening. How'd the cleaning go? Alright, took me a lot longer than I thought it would. Well, rest easy, the Griffin's closed for Christmas. We're having a company party, you might say. Everyone should be coming around shortly. I know Christmas is a holiday, but oh no. Everyone starts coming in holding a bunch of wrapped gifts. That's right, Christmas is when you give people presents. Marie, I didn't... Here you go, Valkii, I hope you like it. Vivi comes up to me and hands over a package before I can finish talking. Thanks. She smiles and walks off. Marie puts her hand on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Valkii. Emilio walks over before long. You finished cleaning? Yep, just before I got here. Good, here's a little something as a reward. Thanks, but I didn't get anything for you all. I didn't even know we were having a party. It's alright, it was my fault for not telling you. Besides, you haven't been here long. I'm sure you don't have much saved up yet. It's enough for us that you're here and smiling. If you want to pay me back, then pass your exam, Bearcat. Don't make your mentor look bad. Thanks, Emilio. I eventually get presents from everyone. We spend the whole night talking and eating up a storm. Okay, but what presents did you get? I'm interested in what presents. Oh, it's New Year's Eve. Oh no, that took so much longer than I thought it would. Marie told me there'd be a special New Year party at the Blind Griffin tonight. I went to the hairdressers and well, I suppose I dig my new hairdo, but boy if it ain't gonna take a lot of getting used to. What is it? I make my way back, unlock the front door, and then go down to the research room. Hello. Vivi and Maria both fixing themselves up for the party. They both look so fancy. Welcome back, Valkii. How'd it go? I slowly take off my hat. Oh my, I don't like it. Is it that bad? Not at all, sweetheart. It's the bee's knees. She looks like a genuine flapper. What the fuck is a flapper? A hip young woman during the 1920s, often with bobbed hair and short skirts. I don't like the short hair. I prefer the longer hair, but it's okay. It's cute. Don't get me wrong, it's cute. It makes her look more like a kid though, if I'm being real. I didn't know what to ask for, so I left it to the hairdresser. This is so short though. You think it's alright? Absolutely. It looks real nifty on you. Gee, thanks, Vivi. I got this for you, so go on and change into this. I take the package in Marie's hands and run off to the washroom. By the time I get back, the two of them are all ready to go. How do I look? She looks cute, but she looks like her boy. She looks like a boy. Oh wow, Valkii, that dress is the berries. You look great too, Viv, and Marie, but you always look sharp. Ha, you've gotten so good at flattery. I only speak the truth, you know that. Speaking of looking sharp, do you think you could take the boys these ties? They're all next door in the lab. Ties, eh? I suppose I could. I take the ties from Marie's outstretched hand and make my way across the hall. I wonder what the guys are doing in the lab anyhow. I open the door without hesitation and walk in. Oops. Oopsie. Do you have a death wish, Bearcat? Dios mío, get out! Hahaha, we're not ready yet, doll. Oh, I'm sorry. So I say, but I can't tear my eyes away. Stop being a pervert! Alexi's getting redder and redder as he turns away. Sukablet. I've been seen, exposed! Alex, calm down. You do not understand, Gio. I wanted my future wife to be the only woman to see my body this way. Yeah, I hear you. Dry up already! I back out the door and shut it quickly. I can hear crying from the other side of the door. Come on, Alex, it's not the end of the world. I've been exposed. It's all over. Why don't you just marry that Bearcat then? That'll solve the problem. The crying gets louder. Oh, I forgot to give them the ties. When I hear someone snickering behind me, I turn around, but there's nobody there. How dare you? I was definitely set up, wasn't I? I'll see you in the next video. Bye!